Good morning, and thank you for joining Henry County Chamber of Commerce Community Dialogue. It's hosted by Henry County Chamber DEI Committee. Now, my name's Judy McMurtry. I am the chair for the DEI Committee, and I have joining with us today Ms. Christy Tuning, as well as Barbara Ingram and Crystal Dixon. And we will be discussing Empowered Her Hour and Empower Her Path series. And I would like to have Christy go ahead and introduce yourself this morning to us.
Sure. Good morning. I'm Christy Tuning. I am the Member Engagement Coordinator at Central Georgia Electric Membership Corporation. I serve alongside Judy on the DEI committee. And we always want to thank Kaiser Permanente. They have been our sponsor for our community dialogue since we've started. And so we want to thank Kaiser for continuing to support us and getting those issues out to the Henry County community that are very important. So we're glad to have Barbara Ingram with us today, not just behind the scenes, but on the screen. So Barbara, you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you, Christy. And as always, thank you, Judy and Kaiser Permanente. So I am Barbara Ingram. I work for the Chamber. I'm the Director of Communications here, and I support all of our members, over 800 members here, mostly in Henry County, but some from outside who like to do business in Henry County. And I'm delighted to be here today because I am also the liaison for the Chamber working with the Women's Leadership Council. And today's episode is all about the Women's Leadership Council and the many activities we have coming up. And we're delighted to have with us today one of our co-chairs. We have new leadership this Women's Leadership Council season. Unfortunately, Dodie Kaysen, who is our co-chair, was unable to be with us today. She works for Southern States and has a standing meeting every Monday morning at 10 o'clock. So something she was unable to move, or she would have been here with us today. But we are very proud to have our other co-leader with us, and that is Crystal Dixon. So I'm going to let Crystal tell you a little bit about herself and how she became part of the Women's Leadership Council.
Okay. Good morning, everyone, and thank you, ladies, for having me on today. Again, my name is Crystal Dixon. I'm proud to be the co-chair of the Women's Leadership Council, which is part of the Henry County Chamber of Commerce. And I am the CEO and owner of Paradigm Project Leadership Group. It's a project management consulting firm that assists local governments, so cities and counties, with their transportation project management needs. So thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. And welcome again, Crystal, Christy, and Barbara. So,
Yes.
Crystal, we're really excited. September is going to be a kickoff of what the Women's Council is going to bring to the Chamber, the Empower Her Coffee Hour. I love that, to start my day off in the morning. Can you give us a little bit more details as far as location, the date, time? Let us know about it. And also, what is the purpose of the Women's Council? Can you share a little bit about that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Judy. So the Women's Leadership Council, our purpose is to empower entrepreneurial and business-minded women from various sectors by providing them with resources, connecting them with mentors, and creating an atmosphere for them to thrive in their careers and personal lives. And so one of the ways we do that is through our signature events. And the one we're discussing today is the Empower Her Coffee Hour. And the title for this year's series is called Empower Your Path. And the event is held every first Thursday in September through February, excluding December. And it's from 8 to 9 a.m. and it's in the Hudgins Room of the Henry County Chamber of Commerce. And at this event, we have very interactive and on point topics what's going on in today's business world. And we have very dynamic speakers that will be coming to us and exploring those topics with us. And it's an opportunity for women leaders and women entrepreneurs to grow and develop and grow their business and really interact and interject their input into what's going on in the business world today.
Awesome, awesome. Now, Barbara, you know a little bit more of the history of the Women's Council. Can you share a little bit of the history on how it came about and what you are doing as far as what caused, what's the purpose of, other than the purpose statement, which we understand is powerful.
Yeah.
Why did it come about? Give us a little history.
So I can do that. So as you know, with the DEI committee, the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, women is a very powerful sector in this society. And we have gone through women, we have faced challenges over the centuries, over the decades, and we have made many great strides in business. But, I think maybe 20 years ago, there were less than 1% of women in leadership roles in business, and those numbers have exponentially grown since then. And the Women's Leadership Council was carved out of the Small Business Council back in 2018, I want to say, and it launched with the launch of the Women's Leadership Council was with a purpose to create a summit for women to come together and celebrate women during Women's Leadership Month, which is March. And Dodie Kaysen was the chair of the Women's Leadership Council back then in 2018. And that's the same year I joined the chamber. So Dodie and I worked together to launch the first Women's Empowerment Summit, which took place in March of 2019, the first annual. So that's how we started out. But as a council representing women in leadership, business leadership, as well as entrepreneurs, we have listened to the women, we've stayed true to our mission, and we have grown and we have evolved. So our purpose now includes more than simply the Women's Empowerment Summit, which is a force within itself, now going into our 7th annual in 2025. But we have evolved and added first the Empower Her Coffee Hour series, which Dodie was a part of that as well. And Dodie took a couple of years off because she had other commitments that had grown into some priority level positions for her. And she's back this year with us as our co-chair. And the position of chair has grown into co-chairs because we have so many activities and so much to do to meet our purpose. But the Women's Empower Her Coffee Hour is very dear to my heart because it speaks to the immediate needs of women and what their interests are. And so if you follow with us, Crystal is going to start walking us through some of the topics. I'll kick it off with the very first one, but these topics were given to us by our council, the members who make up the council, and they have expressed to us what they need as entrepreneurs, what they need as business leaders. And one of the things that we discussed in length was the fact that we have many businesses, entrepreneurs who are going into their 2nd, 3rd, 4th year of being in business, and they're ready to scale, they're ready to grow. And they want to move to a different level, and they want to hear from other business owners and business leaders who've made that transition, who've gone from a small, maybe kitchen table operation into a multi-million-dollar business in 4 or 5 years. And so one of the women that we knew as a new member to the chamber, she joined early summer of this year. We had heard her story. We presented it to the council, and they wanted to hear more about her story and how she went from being a an employee at interim. She was an employee at Interim Healthcare of Central Georgia to becoming an owner operator of multiple franchise locations now in a very short while, in about 3 years. And she's won numerous franchise awards. And we wanted to hear her story, what motivated her to move from an employee to an owner. And she's going to be the kickoff speaker for the series on September the 5th. Her topic is knowing when to grow and how to scale your business. And her name is Beth Douse, and she's the president and owner of Interim Healthcare of Central Georgia. They're based in Macon, Georgia. They opened another location here in McDonough, actually Locust Grove. And she's opened up, I'm pretty sure, 2 more operations since this summer. And we're going to hear her story from her and some of the key decisions that she had to make and how she came to make those decisions on September 5th. And that event is sponsored by Sherry DeVos-Denard, who is a State Farm insurance agent, powerful in this marketplace and always very supportive of women's events and activities and the chamber. And so we look forward to featuring Sherry on site and celebrating her business as well. So that is the first event. And if you haven't registered, please do so today. Go to henrycounty.com and our event calendar, go to September the 5th, and you'll be able to register there. For all members, this is a free series. For all members, is a free series, and we only assess a $10 fee for future members, people who have not yet joined the chamber. So that's the series as it kicks off. But Crystal, would you be able to give us a view of the one in October upcoming?
Absolutely. October 3rd event is entitled Managing a Multi-Generational Workforce, Mediocre to Marvelous. So as we all know, there are about 5 generations in the workforce right now. And each of those generations, they have, they have their own belief systems, what their strengths, their weaknesses, things that motivate them. So it's a challenge, really, to be a leader with such a multi-generational diverse workforce. So we'll be learning about how to do that, how to lead, how to manage, how to guide each of those generations to get the best out of them so that they can bring forth their best in the workplace. And that our keynote speaker for that will be Adina Hicks. She's a family physician at Medicure Healthcare. She's president and facilitator of ERI Consultants LLC as well. And that event will be sponsored by Miss Brenda B.
Okay, awesome. So which women are we targeting? All women? What do we see? Who are we reaching out to? And so we can bring them in the room. Who should be in the room? Which women need to be in the room? I know Barbara mentioned people who are trying to scale, been in business 3-4 years. What about new entrepreneurs or somebody who is inspiring to be one, but really don't know the path? Will they be also invited to come and participate in this series?
Absolutely. Absolutely. All women are welcome to the events. I think even though the first one may be targeted toward those who are ready to scale, even new entrepreneurs, eventually you're going to get to that point. So it's better to have that knowledge now so that when the time comes, you can apply it. And if you're a business leader, and thinking about on retirement or in the future, you may want to become an entrepreneur. These are tools that you can have in your tool belt and be prepared for when that time comes.
Absolutely.
Also, Judy, we just want to expose all women to successful leaders in their capacity. So all women who are seeking to be leaders strive to be leaders or in a leadership role, whether you're an entrepreneur or whether you're working for a corporation or you're an office manager, if you're in a role where you have an opportunity to impact other people, your coworkers, these coffee hour sessions are for you. You will be inspired by being around other leaders. The women who typically attend these events are women who are in business and who are in leadership positions or striving to be, and they want to network with each other, and they want to understand what other women are challenged with, and they can take something back to their office, to their existing role. And that's why we continue this series. And we are having a little more of, as Crystal said, pointed topics, because they have been requested. But at the same time, you get exposed to women who are challenged to make decisions and in situations that others may not have run into in their own career, but it will help you prepare for whatever situation you may face by being around other strong women who have had the opportunity to be challenged and to fail and to be successful. So that's what we're looking to do, share all facets of leadership. And that includes those who have had challenges that they've had to overcome, who, you know, they may have failed at one point, but now we can learn from, and they did learn from their failures.
Well, I could say that I have been to many coffee hours, and the networking with strong, powerful women has been invaluable, because you need to be close to the fire. If you do want to succeed in your business and scale as well as grow, you need to be with people who are already doing it in order for you to learn how to do it. Because when opportunity presents itself, it is too late to prepare. So this is a great opportunity that you can use to prepare in your business, to be around these women, to understand what it is that they do. Glean in, bring a notepad, make sure you make notes and follow up, and come with a plan in your mind when you attend these events on what it is you're looking for. Because if you don't know what you're looking for as you attend these type of events, how do you know how you're going to scale your business, or what you plan to do with this as far as any type of personal or professional growth? But you do want to be in the house. It's important to be in the house with women who are making it happen, because one can take 1,000 a flight, two would be 10,000 a flight. So if you're looking at 2 women in the house, imagine a full house at coffee hour to start your day before you go to work. And you are excited and you are engaged and you are learning and growing what it's going to do for your business, just being in the presence of these wonderful women and learning from them. So with that said, Christy, I know you have attended some Empower Coffee Hour. Tell us your experience on when you attended.
Yeah. You know, one thing to remember and remind people is take business cards. And if you've walked out without getting a business card, you did it wrong. You need to speak to as many people as you can. You know, and even me coming from a background where I work for a not-for-profit corporation, it's still, I want to put the women that are in these meetings, that are teaching these meetings, on my side and get to know them, because I might need them in the future. And I like to be a connector. So I'm out in the community and I hear something. So, you know, I know I've met Crystal today, and, you know, I'll run into somebody ultimately that might need Crystal's help. So, you know, being a connector, if it's not something to benefit you in your business, be a connector of women and of people. So, but yes, I've attended maybe 1 or 2 of the Empower Coffee Hour series, and it is always really good information. And I just encourage everybody that can attend.
Absolutely. And you want to follow up too. When you get the business cards, don't just collect cards and have a big shoebox full of cards and you do nothing with it. The whole purpose of it, either create a preferred list, so that way you can, like Christy recommend, that you can always refer it. Like, imagine that giving a bonus to your business. If you're able to prefer women, refer women to other businesses or just business in general, and they're superstars and they do a phenomenal job in that person's business, that helps your business because it's like, wow, she may not be a person who can be a project manager or leader, but she connected me to Crystal, who's phenomenal. She has really did a phenomenal job in my business, and I appreciate that. So that adds value to your business as well as you. So come with intent to learn and grow, because in this day and age, we need to come together. And this is really a powerful, impactful event that they have that's leading up to the Women's Summit. And that Women's Summit has getting better and better every year. So you really need to be in the house. So with that said, again, Crystal, you have any other comments or information that you would like to provide?
Well, I'll go ahead and share, if it's okay, the other topics that are
Yes,
coming up. So
absolutely,
we
absolutely.
can
Let's
always
get them
put things
excited.
on our calendars.
Yes, get this going and keep everybody excited in this.
Yes, absolutely. So on November 7th, we'll have Leadership Fundamentals, and our keynote speaker will be our very own Kina Caesar. She's a board member of the Henry County Chamber of Commerce, and she's also vice president and retail area manager of Ameris Bank. And what we have here with the leadership fundamentals is just making sure we all have a sure footing, a firm foundation that we can build on. That's always important. You never want to, start a business or move into a position of leadership. You may be getting promoted in your job without having a firm foundation to stand on. And there are some common fundamentals across industries, across businesses that are the same. No matter what business you're in, if you're going to be a leader, there's information you need to know and you need to have in your pocket that to pull up to use whenever the occasion calls for it. So that's what Kina will be doing for us on November 7th. And then on Thursday, January 9th, we'll have Management Insights, Know Your Personality and Theirs. So this will be an opportunity for women leaders and entrepreneurs to take an assessment and find out, well, what's your leadership personality, your leadership style? What is the personality or style of those that you may work with or who you may supervise? Because we're all different. We all have different gifts, different talents, different ways we communicate, different ways we take in information, different ways that motivate us. One thing that motivates me may not motivate you, Judy or Christy. So
Right.
it's important for us to know that type of information, especially when we're leading people, because we always want to get the best out of them. We always want to give them the opportunity to do their best. So this is a wonderful opportunity. Again, our keynote speaker here will be Barry A. Wells. She's the president of Turning Point Solutions. So we're very excited to have her as well. And then on February 6th, we'll have Empower Your Employees, the importance of soft skills. And our keynote speaker there will be Roberta Axon. She's a health science teacher at Newton College and Career Academy, and she's also the founder of Teen Moms to Beyond, LLC. And she'll be giving us tips and pointers of how to empower our employees. Because, when we hire employees, we're not just hiring a body, we're hiring their gifts, their talents, their minds, their ideas. And we want to make sure that they're empowered to bring all of that to the workplace. Right. We don't want to leave anything behind. That's what makes our businesses great, when we're able to utilize all of the strengths of each and every employee. And in this day and age, when it's really a challenge hiring people, that's one of the things that we heard when we talked to the women on the Women Leadership Council. They communicated how tough it is and what a challenge it is to hire people these days, and how to retain them. So it's important for a leader to know how to empower her employees. So we're very excited about that event as well.
Okay, awesome. Now I know Barbara can bring this home with that great summit and tell us a little bit of a
Wow.
preview about that summit that's coming up in March.
Yes, we are right now we're deep in the planning phase, selecting our keynote speakers, and we have something in store this year that's going to be a surprise. And it's going to touch on some topics that are new to the workplace right now, as well as challenges that women are facing and in managing and leading people. So we've got new ideas, new images, new people, new concepts that we're going to touch on at the Women's Empowerment Summit. It's going to take place March the 6th, which is the first Thursday in March. It is like the kickoff event for Women's Leadership Month, International Women's Month. All of that is celebrated in March, and our event is always the first event in the month of March, and we look forward to making the first impression every year. And so it will be held at the Merle Manders Conference Center, because it is the one event center in this county that's large enough to accommodate our expo and our conference. As you know, we added a expo to our conference a couple of years ago. So this year will be the third Women's Empower Her Expo. And so it will be on the lower level of the Merle Manders Conference Center, with the conference going on the ground level, the front door level. And we look forward to having some amazing expo vendors there, as we did this year in March. And it's going to be tough to top what the session that we had this year, with all of the wonderful speakers that we had. Aubrey Kakiwi was our keynote speaker this year, and everyone said she was the best one ever, the best one we've ever had. But we have had some awesome keynote speakers. The Vanessa Harris, the president of AT&T Georgia, was one of our keynote speakers, the one that we had to take online during COVID. She was amazing and gracious, and taught us a lot online as our keynote speaker. We've had Pam Shipley, who is the president of Kaiser Permanente Georgia. And so I'm not going to reveal today who our keynote speakers are, but as I've listed some of our previous keynote speakers, you know the caliber of women we like to bring to the Women's Empowerment Summit. And we expect to do the same or above in March of 2025. March the 6th. It'll begin at 9 o'clock. It'll go to about 3. And we also give away 2 scholarships to young women every year. I think we're at now having given away 12 scholarships to young women from Henry County, and we will do so again. So if you're listening to this call and you know any young ladies who are in the 11th and 12th grade in this year, 24-25 school year, prepare them to look for the application process, which will be on our website in early December. They'll be able to download that application, fill it out, get it in on time. We give the students about 6 weeks to get their application in. And so we're looking forward to having another 2 young women in either the 11th or 12th, it doesn't matter, 11th or 12th grade, to win those awards and attend the Empowerment Summit with us on March the 6th, 2025. So there's the summit, the conference, the expo, the scholarships, and hundreds of women in leadership that you'll have the opportunity to meet and network and be exposed to all of our glory and glamour.
Oh, wow. I'm excited already. And it's beautiful. I go every year. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it this year, and I was like bummed out that I could not make it, because
I know we missed you.
Yes, I go every year, and it has been phenomenal. And I only go places where I feel I can grow. I'm just going to let you know right now. up in age and I don't have time to waste. So this is one of the places that, yes, I am going to be in the house with these wonderful women. If, you know, God permits, I will be there. And that's what I'm looking forward to, as well as the coffee hour, you know, empowered coffee hour. This is a wonderful chamber. And, you know, I failed to mention that I am an owner of CEO of JM Excel Consultant. I love my chamber so much. I keep forgetting to mention my chamber. And so I train, teach public speaking, leadership as well. So I know about success. You know, I know about being in the room with women because that's who helped me. I have many mentorships. I cannot do this alone. And still to this day, I have mentors, I have champions, I have people that are just pouring into me to help me. And they're willing to help you only if you're willing to put in the work. So you really need to be here to learn, glean in. These women are excited. They're here. We're here to build each other up and come together. So that way we can make a strong community, and it's for our children's future. Let's continue to work together for our future, which is our children. So we need to come together. I look forward to seeing you. Let's see what date this is again. September 5th. Mark your calendar.
September 5th.
September 5th, October 3rd, November 7th, 9th, and the 6th of February. But Barbara so graciously sends out the newsletter every Friday and Monday. It comes out. So you have
All
that.
the details are there.
All the details in there, and you can register. So you should register early because you know, for the summit, it'll be on. Is it online now to register for that as well, Barbara? So
Will be by the 5th of September. You
by the
will
5th
be
of
able by the
September,
5th of
and that's
September.
early bird because every year you usually do like an early bird. So
We're
you
going to
want,
have an early bird
there
again.
you go.
And
See,
it'll
you want
kick
to
off
get in
on September the 5th.
September
And the
5th.
beauty of the coffee hour is that they are at 8 a.m. They're
Yes.
early. So we like to get in and learn something early before we go to work. And
Absolutely.
that's what this coffee hour is. An early, not just early bird tickets available, but you get your knowledge early at the coffee hour series as well. 8 a.m. Hudgins Room. We'll see you
Absolutely.
there.
Yes, I definitely need to see you there. And we have coffee together. If you don't drink coffee, well, we have tea. Tea.
We'll have tea, we have coffee, and a light breakfast.
Okay, there you go. See, you can eat and I mean break bread with each other. Come on, you got to be in the
Yeah.
house. So
Gotta
Barbara,
be in the house.
do we have anybody on Facebook for any questions? Because I'm looking at the webinar panel and we
Mhm.
open it up for questions. Anyone would like to chime in? Anything we miss? I know I see some women that's on our webinar. Ladies, if you attended the summit, you want to chime in so we can talk about what your experience was, or you can chime in and Barbara can allow you to speak and chime in on your experience. So do we have?
Wow. We do have some comments.
Okay.
And I encourage the comment is that I need a mentor for my small business, and that she's going to register. And I have her name here, G.
Okay.
Gay, and I'm looking forward to meeting you, Crystal, Dodie, myself, Judy, and hopefully we can get Christy there too. Well, if we can get you out of the power company, we'd love to have you there, Christy. But yes, I am so glad that we have a strong audience today online on Facebook, and they are giving us comments that they are planning to register. So thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Awesome. We're excited. Well, we look forward to seeing you there. So when you come on the 5th of September as well, stop by and let Crystal, myself, Christy, and Barbara know, hey, that you're in the house and you heard this community dialogue, and that's why you're here. So we can meet you and make sure you get connected to the right people.
Absolutely.
Exactly. That's what
Yeah.
we're all about,
We're all
supporting and
about.
boosting each other.
Absolutely. So any more comments, Crystal, Christy, Barbara, anybody online before we end this beautiful broadcast?
Say, Barbara, I thought about it. I'll just go ahead and tell you now. We need to get an update from our scholarship winners over the years and see where they are now.
That would be
Mhm.
awesome.
Because I
That's a
do
great
know
idea.
one's in nursing school now. So, yeah, I think it would be great to just get quick updates from everyone.
I'm sure we
Yeah,
can do that.
testimony
Yeah.
videos would be great. Testimony
Yes.
videos would be awesome.
That's a good
absolutely.
idea.
Yeah.
And Miss Hicks says, looking forward to the series. When will the youth scholarship application be posted?
Early December, it will be on the Chamber's website, and you'll probably want to drill down a little bit to the Women's Leadership Council. And you can always call the Chamber and we'll point you in the right direction. But early December, that's when the applications will be available.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so if we don't have any more questions, this will be, oh, wait a minute, great, thank you, she said. Okay. So if we don't have any more questions, this will be posted on Facebook as well
Yes,
as
it is. YouTube.
And that's the Henry County Chamber of Commerce site that they have, social media site. And you can also send questions if you have any more questions about the women's series. Do we have a place that they can go and ask questions? Just call the chamber.
Just call the chamber.
What's the
It's
chamber's?
770-957-5786.
Okay.
And you'll probably get a chance to speak to me directly. So just call the chamber with any questions about the Women's Leadership Council, the Women's Empower Her Coffee Hour, or the Women's Empowerment Summit. I look forward to speaking with you.
Okay, that's awesome. So with that said, mark your calendars, ladies, because we're ready to go. So have a wonderful day. We thank you for online.
Thank you. Thank you, Judy.
Attending.
Thank you, Christy.
Wonderful broadcast. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Crystal and Barbara. We appreciate everyone. So we look forward to seeing you on September 5th and beyond. Have a blessed day.
You
Okay, bye.
too. Okay,
Thank you. Have a
bye-bye.
blessed day.
Bye.